Oh, sorry there. I was actually trying to scan Tony Morris to see where he's at the moment. I can't help but think. Anytime I think about Tony Morris, I want to think he's reclining on some table, you know, gulping down that expensive whiskey. Yeah, that's by the way. And are we witnessing the demise of the Jehovah's Witnesses before our very eyes? And as I would say in every of my videos now, let me answer the question of why am I here? Why am I doing YouTube videos? Are you not just bitter? Are you not just some unhappy apostate that was kicked out of the organization? Now he's angry and he want to get his pound of flesh. As I said in my previous video, I'm here because an organization says that it is only through them that you can see God. That every other form of worship is unacceptable. You understand what I'm saying? Excuse my stoppages or pauses. Sometimes I'm trying to recollect and gather my thoughts together because I'm always lost for words when it comes to the Jehovah's Witnesses. I do not know what to say first, and how do I conclude is an issue, but I'll try to carry on. My family is held hostage by an organization that claims to speak for God. An organization that kicks you out when you say you no longer want to be part of it. So that's why I'm here. If Jehovah's Witnesses were just like any other religion that accept that they make mistake and there are other forms of worship that is acceptable to God, looking at it from the lenses of Christianity, nobody would be on YouTube. There would be no John Cedars. There would be no XJW critical thinker. There would be no watchtower examination. There will be no XJW Africa. And the reason why all these guys are here is because they're feeding off this bogus claim. This bogus claim. Oh, through you alone we can see God. Now you got all these loopholes. So people want to jump on it. And because you can't leave this organization, then you are gonna get the sticks. So that's why I'm here. So forget about this unhappy apostate. Hey, he's just trying to get his pound of flesh. I'm very, very happy. I've never been happier. You understand what I mean? I've never been happier. So I just do these, in my comfort zone. I do this, I don't stress myself at all. I just try. I do know that these videos all over the internet, there are people listening, and there are people exiting Watchtower by the day in droves. exodus of people from Watchtower? Are we witnessing the demise of the Jehovah's Witnesses? Perhaps we already have. Yeah, there's always going to be some card-carrying Jehovah's Witnesses, but right now, these religion has been dismantled. This religion, I should say, is finished. It's all over for Watchtower. I was going to work, and a couple kilometers from my residence, I have to board a bus, and there's traffic. For that reason, the driver of the bus had taken a shortcut, or should I say a much longer route to my destination. And lo and behold, in a corner was a Kingdom Hall of the Jehovah's Witnesses. Wow, looking at it, overgrown with weeds. But I know the Jehovah's Witness, for their maintenance culture, I'll give that to them. But I don't know what happened here. This Kingdom Hall was overgrown with weeds. Now I would say to myself, the elders of this congregation, what are they doing? They couldn't just cut the grasses and put certain things in place. It was like visibly unkept. Jehovah's Witnesses are now online religion. All the churches in Nigeria are open for worship, but the Jehovah's Witnesses, I understand COVID is still very much a thing, but in Africa, in Nigeria where I am, it was, but right now things have really calmed down as far as COVID is concerned. Okay, I think we recall infection 62 or 60 as against 2,000, 3,000 a couple weeks ago. Even at that peak, churches were open here. But the Jehovah's Witnesses are not open for worship. So you see at the gate of the entrance of the meeting, you'll see there's a sign that, hey, we hold a video conference meeting now. You can come join us video conferencing. Okay. And I would say, why haven't there been an instruction from headquarters that places like Nigeria, that COVID is not very much a thing, that Jehovah's Witnesses, like other religion or churches, can go back to the hall and worship their God Jehovah? But they want to always say that, hey, we want to obey the government. Right now, the government is not telling you not to go back to worship. I want to think that you guys are tired, and the Jehovah's Witnesses probably want to use this opportunity to fade into an online religion. That's what I suspect here, with the sales of Kingdom Halls in Western world and all of that. Perhaps it's just an opportunity to fade into an online religion, and the folks around here don't know what is going on. Okay, just a quick update by means of this video. I just want to inform you that the COVID plasma infusion is now acceptable. If Jehovah's Witnesses would want plasma transfusion, there'll be no qualms. They can take it even though they had said plasma or the four primary components of blood is unacceptable, but theoretically they can accept, you can accept to uh, be transfused blood plasma. And a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses might not even know this. A friend of mine, Jacqueline, sent me a link to or jwfast.com. Read a few lines and articles, where there are so many updates from Watchtower now, so many changes, things they could do, and nobody's gonna really hold the gun, put the gun in their head and say, hey, why did you do that? Because if they do and you know your rights, the elders will buckle. Now, unofficial, I would say, the Watchtower, the Jehovah's Witnesses are even allowed to vote. If you vote as a Jehovah's Witness, your religion, you really don't find any other place to go, but you want to be able to live your life and breathe, you can do those things. I tell you, any elder comes to your door knocking and you let the elder know that, look, I can do this. Oh, sorry there. My phone is not the most powerful, so it sometimes, you know, gives me some concerns. Okay, I'm back. So I was saying that, like my friend uh, was trying to bring to my attention, that there are people who want to stay Jehovah's Witness and be able to do so without having to be under this burden put on them by Watchtower. If they exert themselves and put their foot down, and the elders are aware of it, because the elders are being updated on all these rules and tricks. There are certain things that are acceptable for Jehovah's Witnesses to even do now, but they be silent on it. They wouldn't want to like talk about it, but you can go ahead and do it. But it's not something they will encourage you to do. That's how sneaky Watchtower is. So people can actually die thinking that they cannot have a blood plasma transfusion, and just needless deaths. Whereas they could have taken that without any problems at all, but because Watchtower, let's say, is not in practice, theoretically does it, but if you're smart enough to know that, hey, I can do this, I can take this, or I can sue Watchtower, I can question these or question that, I can put Watchtower under pressure, I can have those elders tuck their tails in between their legs and take off when they come to bother you. You will see, for some weird reason, you want to be or remain a Jehovah's Witness. You can be. You know what I'm saying? That's just by the way. I just thought I'd throw that in this video. If you are a Jehovah's Witness, blood plasma, COVID 19 blood plasma, you know, when we talk about plasma, this the one of the four components of blood that, but you can take it. This is COVID. The rules can always change. They can always bend around and fall back in. That's Watchtower for you. So go ahead, go ahead. And why shouldn't you in the first place? Years back, all these things were forbidden. After a few years, they tell you, oh, you can take this now. After a while, oh, they'll say, oh no, you can take that again. You shouldn't do that now. Oh, certain fractions are allowed. Certain fractions, blood fractions are allowed. You can take this, but do not take the big one, the platelets, the red cell, white cell, plasma. You can't. But all these are derived from blood. What's the difference? It takes, you gotta be dumb not to begin to think. You can have blood fractions from platelets is acceptable, but you can take the whole of the platelets. You can take fractions of white blood cell. You can take the whole of white blood cell. Now what is, and you got 8 million people sitting down and none of them think about that? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? So back to what we were talking about. The watchtower before our very eyes we might have witnessed the death of this organization. It was symbolic. Watchtower Kingdom Hall. Wow, I really should have taken a shot of this, and I do hope I should do that. I've not been moving because of some family responsibility. I've not been that mobile and fluid in terms of where I go, where I can go and all that. Hopefully I should be able to do that and bring you some real African stuff. Okay, I'm not making this up. This Kingdom Hall overgrown with weeds. It was symbolic of the death of the harlot in the book of Revelation, according to the Bible. Okay, whatever. No, symbolic of the death of Watchtower. How would we have ever thought that a Kingdom Hall would be abandoned for this long, overgrown with weeds and nobody in there? And Satan's churches are a beehive of activity. And when it might just be official. Who knows? Who knows? This religion might just give way to some annoying internet church or organization. And we already witnessing that. Perhaps Watchtower, the governing body, they have always wanted a way, just to call it Jehovah's Witness, just to get their loyalty and all of that. No, they can't wait to sell those tantalizing Kingdom Halls and all of that. Who's really into the religion of the Jehovah's Witnesses in the Western world? It's only Africa that's still booming. And I tell you, it's not really like it used to be. I must tell you. Well, in my next video, I will bring to you about the state of African congregations around here. How is the religion really booming in Nigeria or in Africa, where you see an elder serve as the watchtower conductor, a presiding overseer, I don't know, just one person, because there are shortages of elders, not just a few brothers and old sisters here and there in the congregation. There's nothing left of this organization. My friends, you probably have witnessed the death of this religion. Alright, that's it for me, folks. XJW Africa. I'm signing out. Or maybe I should just quickly scan Tony Morris again and see where is he at. Is he on that whiskey? I'll tell you if I found him. I'm signing out.